Hello, welcome to Jibrin Angle on Oweleka TV. My name is Jibrin, and this is my angle. And I just was going through, just scrolling through X, former Twitter, and I just came across this video of, I think, Bola Tinubu's national broadcast. I don't know when he did that, but I know it's about this protest actually, probably in response to the protest that will take place tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, and I think the content of the video is quite a short video. Actually, captured my attention, and so I had to actually make this video. And yes, before I'll play the video. I think it's about 20 seconds, 20 seconds long video. So it's a short stuff. But I'm playing this video because I think it really supports. So for those of you, if you have been following this show for since last year, almost every episode, I think I've either echoed or mentioned it clearly that Tinubu was never prepared to. He was prepared to be president, but never prepared to actually govern, to rule, to really lead Nigeria um, towards success. That wasn't his original intention. And yeah, this video, let's watch it, and I'll come back to break down, give my analysis of the video.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Let me play this again. Just please follow this video so that you will understand.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not. Hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not. You face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not. Hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Okay. You heard that clearly, that so clearly, and yeah, this is my take. I've been saying it since he forced himself upon us, on us, and that that man is not. People will say he does not have the clue of what to do. Some people will say it is incompetence. Some will say the man has lost focus. It doesn't even he has lost. In my own opinion, I've been consistent in this in this opinion that Tinubu does not have any problem of incompetence or lack of ability to govern well, to lead well, lack of ability to do the right thing. Honestly, that is not Tinubu's problem. Tinubu's problem is not incompetence. Tinubu's problem is not lack of ability to do the right thing, to govern well. These are not his problems. Honestly. Tinubu's problem is that what he is doing, the way he is ruling Nigeria at the moment, is self-designed. It's intentional. He knows what to do if he wants to do the right thing. He knows how to do it. But he wouldn't, because in the first place, he, for over 2 decades or thereabout, have actually a kind of pinned his eye on Nigeria's presidency, not out of patriotism, not out of the intention to actually better the lots of Nigerians, but out of selfishness and self-aggrandizement. It is out of ego. He just wants to be the president of Nigeria. And that is one. And secondly, he wanted to, and he wants to amass wealth, make himself even much richer than he is, or than he was before he became president. So these are the two major reasons, and both of them borders selfishness about himself and his family. And that is why the body language will tell you, it's an ample evidence. The way he rules, the way he applies or introduces new policies or new rules in one way or the other, or whatever, you will understand that this man is just out to actually destroy Nigeria as a country. He doesn't care what people say. The more, if you criticize Tinubu today, the next day he repeats that same thing, or even worse. If he wants to introduce something, whatever he introduced, just like this tariff over there, first, the petroleum subsidy, it was removed on the day he was sworn in. That was the first, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the first phrase before he even went ahead to read the speech, the inauguration speech. That was the first phrase that came out of his mouth: removing fuel subsidy. That was one. They didn't consult Nigerians in any form or shape the first day. Secondly, he took out electricity subsidy. What happened? We heard of electricity, the rumor. The rumor filtered into the public today, and the next day, is it a day or two? About next day or a couple of days after, the subsidy was removed. He doesn't consult. He doesn't care. He doesn't consult because he doesn't care. And that's just the truth. He doesn't care because he knows that we didn't vote for him. He stole the people's mandate. He forced himself on us. He bought his way to presidency. And that is why he doesn't care. He wouldn't consult. He wouldn't care. And that is just, I bet you this is what we'll continue to see under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now you can imagine, let me go back to that, to his address. First, he indicted himself. Under his rulership, leadership, we have all this inflation. He mentioned some of them. Inflation all over. In fact, inflation is even I don't know, is the worst of all. That is what is really hitting Nigerians so hard. Yeah? So he literally indicted himself. And why I played that video, and the area I repeatedly played to you, is the area where he literally told us that he is helpless. that there is no other thing he thinks he can do. I'm paraphrasing now. So let's play that part again. So what do you expect from a leader like this? Yet you do not want us to protest. And while you do not want us to protest, you're giving us a state of hopelessness. You're not providing solution to the problem. You're not giving us hope of solving this problem. Or rather, you just dashed the little hope, the little ray of hope that Nigerians have by literally telling us to our faces that you are helpless. There's nothing else you can do about our situation of hunger and deprivations. There is basically nothing else you can do. And that brings me to the protesters, the organizers of the protests. As we protest tomorrow, I hope you Nigerians, we all, really think in-depthly or deeply about what Bola Tinubu just said. That he lacks, there's nothing he can do. He does not have any other thing to do other than what he has done or what he is doing at the moment. So he is handicapped. So that brings me back to the purpose, to the focus. What should be the focus of this protest? The focus of the protest is supposed to be Tinubu must go. Tinubu must go. This issue of like Showore will say, whatever you want on the placard, submit what inscription you want to see on placards on those days of protest. And I wonder why nonsense. That to me, this is lack of focus. This is lack of organization, for God's sake. What are we talking about now? We are talking about we are going to be protesting against hunger and deprivations. To who? To the man who said he's hopeless, that there's nothing he can do to solve the problem, to solve the hunger situation. So what is the problem? Why are we focusing on the wrong priority? The priority is not our current situation with the economy. The priority should be dealing with, because current situation had a foundation. A foundation is the current situation is just building upon a foundation. That foundation is what is important right now. That is what we should excavate. Take that foundation. Otherwise, why are we protesting against the building is already up? We have the roots. Even if you pull down this tree, what happens to the root? The root here is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Started from, I think, Buhari planted the seed, and it germinated, and it has grown so tall and so thick in the name of Tinubu. And so, what do you expect, for God's sake? He is the foundation. We are protesting on the placard. You say hunger, hunger day, protesting against high school fees, high standard of living, inflation, all that. You place everything on the placard. So what? The person you are protesting to, trying to address, crying to, is telling you, you are crying, just wipe your tears and just endure what you are passing through, because there is no hope there. There is nothing he can do about it. Yet you still want to, after watching this video, you still want to protest against the offshoots or the offspring, of an evil man. Why don't you protest against the evil man himself? Every placard in the entire country has to protest. There should be just one phrase, one statement on all placards, no other statement other than that, than this one statement. And that statement should be, Tinubu must go. That should be our song, day and night, from the 1st of August to the 9th or 8th or whatever. I don't know. I've forgotten the day, the window, the time, the date, the frame. So that is what we ought to be. That is what ought to be our song. Not the issue of a list of items that has a foundation. Let's excavate. Let's dig out the roots, uproot. Let's take. Tinubu has to go. He has to go. Even former President Trump even gave us encouraged Nigerian youths to protest. And for those of you who are Nigerians and who are in the US, if you hate what is going on in Nigeria, the Nigeria economy, you want Tinubu to be replaced. You want no. We are not talking about replacement by force. No, of course, through election and other means or whatever. There is a way. We will protest, and protest so firmly, fervently, and be persistent in this protest that he wouldn't have any option but to leave. It is. Some people will say it is just like a camel passing through the eye of a needle. Yes, I agree, but it is not impossible for him to resign. There is a kind of pressure that will actually force him to lead, to relinquish power. Until if Tinubu, we cannot risk Tinubu ruling us for another extra 3 years or less. We can't risk it, not to talk of another 4 extra years by 2027. Hell no. We can't afford that risk. And that is why even someone like, now back to my point, Donald Trump, for those of us, you better, Nigerians in the US, you better, if you are eligible to vote, you better let us go out. We have to vote in Donald Trump. He has to win. He has to win for the sake of America. He has to win for the sake of Nigeria. Of course, if you watch, I tried to pull up the video where he granted that interview, where he actually supported the Nigerian youths to actually. In fact, in his word, he said that I pity Nigerians. I pity the youths for what they are going through. I think that's a quote. I'm quoting him now. For what they are passing through. I pity the youth for what they are passing through. I think that's a quote. Yeah, for him to say that, to tell you that he knows how evil the current president is. Now tell me, with such a man, a man as US president, you think he will just sit by and let Nigeria continue to languish in deprivations? Hell no. First, he will first of all relay everything and anything, just like blackmail. Like you see, blackmail. Not all blackmails are evil. Blackmail, generally, everybody just, the moment you mention blackmail, they just consider it to be evil. Not all. There are some positive blackmails. There are some negative blackmails. Now, Tinubu right now, he cannot, his handicap, I've stated this several times. One of the reasons why Tinubu he cannot do anything, because he's a puppet. He's a puppet to the West. That is one. He's only listening to his paymasters, which is the West. They have a lot of dirt against him that they are using to blackmail him. And that is why IMF, that is why the West is the one now. They are the one ruling. They are our de facto president, not Tinubu. Tinubu is not our president. He's only doing what they instruct him to do, using his weakness, which is his foundation, his background, those dirty secrets, those skeletons he has in his cupboard, some of them we have had, we've seen and heard of, using it against him. That is the negative blackmail. Now, someone like Donald Trump can use that same material that the West has, that the West have against Tinubu, in favor of Nigerians, by also using that to blackmail him into resigning, leaving, relinquishing power, handing over to someone else, or a kind of a way somehow. Look, I don't care. Legal people will say it will not. Is this democracy? It has to go through legal. Yes, I understand that. It will probably lead to constitutional crisis. I rather we get to that point where we fall into constitutional crisis than for us to remain enduring with Tinubu. So back to my point, Donald Trump definitely will help Nigeria to get better. He will. Someone like Donald Trump will not. He abhors corrupt leaders. And this is one of the reasons why so many people, when he was the president, they hated him, because he was just saying it the way it is. He called Africa a shithole of what? Shithole. And anyway, I don't even want to go there. Saying things the way it is. Don't we have shitholes in Africa? We have shitholes in Africa. We have shitholes everywhere, though. But there are more in Africa, including US. We have shithole in US. Go to California, I have so many shitholes. There are some inner cities in this country that are shitholes. But compared to Africa, of course, it's overwhelmingly more. So that is it. That is the point. Please, let us go out from tomorrow. Let us not. What we should be focusing on is Tinubu should go. Bola Ahmed Tinubu should leave Aso Rock. It is not his. He stole it from us. He stole it from us. That is just it. Just watch the video again. 20-something seconds video. How many seconds? 26. It's 26 seconds video. He's literally helpless. So honestly, that is my take. I hope. Look at what is going on in Venezuela. Venezuela, they are taking their destinies in their hands. They are doing the right thing. Maduro, his days are numbered. No matter what, his days are numbered. This is what I expected Peter Obi to do. Look at the opposition. The opposition, I watched the video yesterday. The opposition went out and first of all rejected the results. And today, she published her own proof, the proof that the election was stolen. This is what I expected from Peter Obi, for God's sake. I don't want to even call him name because I feel so extremely disappointed at that man. I expected him to reject this result in 2023. If he had rejected this result and asked his supporters to reject it, by now, Nigeria could have been better, because we could have probably gotten into a crisis moment because look, I don't know why people run away from crisis. I don't know why people run away from challenges. I don't know why people run away from pressure. I keep telling people, say pressure builds you up. Pressure makes you better. Challenges makes you better and stronger. And this is why Nigeria has lingered this long in poverty, in extreme deprivation. Because everybody keep getting scared of, we don't want this trouble. We don't want killings. We don't want this. Our government will go after people. Government will incarcerate. This is a problem. Say people will die. This will happen and that will happen. Oh my God, this is the problem. And if we continue to fear challenges and continue to fear pressure, continue to fear, we will obviously never, we will keep getting worse. If Tinubu leaves the presidency, another person even more wicked, more evil than Tinubu will assume leadership again. As long as we continue to tolerate this leader, our leaders, they will kill us. Unfortunately, they will kill us. If we continue that way, they will kill everybody. People will die. Either way, people will die. If we continue in this sham of a country, people are dying every day due to corruption. Hospitals, money that were due for hospitals or healthcare or education or roads to avoid accidents or potholes. Politicians just stash their private pockets with all this money, divert all these monies to their private treasuries, thereby causing people to die by road accident due to bad roads, by ill-equipped hospitals, both by equipment or human capital. So that is the point. Either way, someone will die or people will die. So why don't we die in a noble way, in a honorable way, and even make that sacrifice for our children? That is my angle this day. Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Jibrin, and coming to you on Oweleka TV is Jibrin Angle. Please subscribe to this channel and follow us. Set on your notification bell. Follow us on all our social media platforms, and I assure you, you will be glad you did. Thank you very much, and remain blessed. Bye.